How you guys doing today? Hopefully you're having a lovely day. Um, for some reason, Streamlabs doesn't show me a chat anymore, so that's fun. It's all right. I'll just drag over the YouTube actual live stream over here. Happy New Year, everyone! It's 2020. Obviously, for me personally, I am so ready to move on from 2019. Rough year at the channel, formerly known as Nintendo Prime. Rough year in my personal life. Rough year in general. It's been a rough 2019. But we are in 2020. And as the calendar flips to a new year, there's always that new tinge of optimism, that new tinge of hope, that new tinge of something important happening, such as the launch of new generations of consoles this year. That's pretty exciting. We know we're getting the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and likely the Series S or whatever, the next Xbox or Xboxes. So we're getting that this year. Potentially a Switch Pro. You never know. That's something that's been floated out there for quite some time. We've talked about it extensively. So it's possible that lands this year. Possible it doesn't. Obviously, it's possible we get Breath of the Wild 2 this year. Possible we don't. We have some major games launching this year. Let me actually look at the major 2020 game lineup here. Excuse me. Video game lineup. Typed in game lineup and just brought up a bunch of obviously Animal Crossing. We all know that one's coming. We all know that the port of what is it? That Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei game. Why can't I remember the name of it? It was on Wii U. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank on it right now, but that game's coming over. Tokyo Mirage Sessions. That's what it is. Got it. We know there's obviously Dragon Ball Z Kakarot coming with Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC. Ori, a new Ori game coming. Gods and Monsters from Ubisoft. It was supposed to come out early this year, but it's been delayed. Hopefully it comes out later this year. That's a new IP by Ubisoft that looked pretty promising. Final Fantasy VII Remake for you PlayStation 4 fans out there. That's a big deal. Or just really Final Fantasy fans in general that love 7. Watch Dogs Legion is supposed to come out this year. We'll see what happens. It's been delayed, but we'll see. Obviously, I mentioned Animal Crossing, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, SpongeBob SquarePants. For those that like the SpongeBob games, there's a new Battle of Bikini Bottom Rehydrated coming, which is like a remaster, I believe. System Shock, new System Shock coming. Hindsight 2020, Rainbow Six Quarantine, Trials of Mana at some point later this year. The Last of Us Part 2, that's a big one. Empire Sin, Tactical Galactical, some indie games in here. Cyberpunk 2077, Marvel's Avengers, which I know the Marvel's Avengers games will kind of give or take if people like it or not. Carry On, Dying Light 2, the Minecraft Dungeons is supposed to launch this year. That should be a big deal because Minecraft is huge. Wasteland 3, Phantasy Star Online 2. Excited. How long have we been waiting for that? Phantasy Star Online 2 coming this year. So these supposed to come this year. Remember, these games aren't out yet. And that's coming to Switch. So that's awesome. Outriders, Call of Duty Black Ops 5 is supposed to be this year. Monstrum 2, Halo Infinite. That's going to be awesome. Destroy All Humans remake is supposed to be coming. Psychonauts 2. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Now, at E3, I got to go to a private demo of Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. I have never been more excited for a Lego game in my entire life. This is beyond anything Lego games have ever done. It is awesome. I can't wait for that one. I'm legitimately pumped, and it is coming to Switch, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PC, etc. The Rift Breaker is supposed to come this year. Persona 5 Royale. Ghost of Tsushima. That was announced by Sony forever ago at E3. Nice to see that's supposed to come out this year. Dragon Age 4. I'm a big Dragon Age guy. I like it on PC more than consoles, but big Dragon Age guy. I love Dragon Age. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Elden Ring. You know, that one looked really, really cool from Software. It's been Very interestingly teased, so there's some high expectations for that game. The Microsoft Flight Simulator is coming back. I don't know if people care about Flight Simulator, but back in my day, Microsoft Flight Simulator was like the best looking game you could get on PC at the time. It was crazy. Oddworld Soulstorm is coming. Super Meat Boy Forever. Radical Rabbit Stew. Stranger Things. Obviously, there'll be a new one because there'll be a new season. So that's just what happens. There's a new Stranger Things game or episode, whatever you want to call it, every time a new season comes out. Haven. Let me see. No More Heroes 3. That's obviously exciting for us Switch fans out there. PlayStation 4, PC as well. Not coming to Xbox right now, anyways. Interesting. It's not announced for Xbox right now. Tales of Arise. Lords of the Fallen 2. Spiritfarer. Way to the Woods. Skull and Bones. That game has been teased for quite some time from Ubisoft. Delayed so many times. I really hope it comes out this year. Crossfire X. Etc., etc., etc. I mean, there's a list of like thousands of games already confirmed for this year. But those are some of the biggest coming out this year in 2020. So, hey, new calendar, new year, new name of the channel. Gonna be awesome. Now, for when I do live streams later this year, I want it to be known that I will be mostly focusing on playing games on Switch and occasionally a PC game, but probably mostly on Switch. The reason being for that, I don't plan to pick up an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 this year because the next-gen systems are coming. So any money I am saving up for those systems are going to go into those. So I expect a lot of coverage and a lot of streams of their launch games when they come out. But for most of this year, if you see me stream games, it's going to be for Switch. So that's just something that I think my audience isn't going to mind because my audience has been primarily Nintendo for 2-3 years. But I don't want people to be like, oh, he only cares about Nintendo stuff, because I know that's what the live streams are going to seem like. That's why there's a wider variety of video content, so people know that I am interested in a lot of these games, including ones that are coming out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One this year. It just sounds like the next Xbox and PlayStation 5 might be pretty close to fully backwards compatible day one. So a lot of these games I can then pick up to play on those platforms when they get cheaper too. So a lot of them I don't need to pick up day one. I can wait for the price drops and then play them on the next Xbox and PlayStation. So yeah. And this year obviously comes with some renewed hope for a lot of things in life. A lot for my health, for my children, for college, going back to college this year. That's pretty exciting. Haven't been in almost 2 years. I need to finish off my degree. Got to create a better life for my kids, a better life for my fiance. Just something I need to do. I've kind of been putting it off because I've been chasing this YouTube dream for a while, and I'm not going to slow down on YouTube. In fact, in 2020, I'll be more focused than I've ever been, really, since maybe 2018. Definitely more focused than last year. But I'm not looking at YouTube any longer as like my future. Does that make sense? I mean, if the channel blows up, it blows up, but I'm still going to be doing something with my degree, even if it's part-time. And the degree I'm targeting has to do programming and stuff, and it's really boring if you're not into programming. So, yeah, that's kind of my goal. My goal, I don't think I'll be able to graduate this year, but my goal is to graduate in 2021. Yeah. Hopefully nothing at the channel really gets affected by it. Obviously, more of my time will be taken up, but that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. All right. That being said, welcome. Let me say hi to everyone who showed up in the chat here. We got about 20 people watching or so. What I expect, a lot of people that this stream pops up for, they're going to be like, who the hell is Nate Jantz? I don't expect a lot of people to click. We got Ashton, Fire Falcon X-B here, Sonic Forces 2017. Whatever name that is, I can't pronounce it because I think it's Russian. But you know who you are. I have no idea how to even say that. Sam Smith is here. Justin Aquatoad McGowan is here. Corey Bohm is here. Let's see here. 12th Man is here. Trax Zero, Tornin Prince. John Early. Sweet Life of Dio Brando is here. Did I say Tornin Prince? I can't remember if I said Tornin Prince, but welcome. Segwin the Pikachu fan. Let's see here. Stephen M. Seth Mishny is here. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Isaac Luzurigaga. I don't know. I can't pronounce that. It's okay. So welcome everyone who's here. We already had some questions rolling, so I'm going to go to the top of the chat quick. We don't have that big of a chat right now. If you have questions for me, be sure to @NateJantsme in the chat like Corey Bohm has been doing, that is how it will highlight. Or if you do Nate Space Chance, it'll also highlight my name. I've seen some people do it at Nate. That doesn't actually highlight your comment for me. Obviously, you could also super chat and whatever else to get your question jump to the top of the pile, but no pressure on that front. Let me see what some of the questions are. First one was who are you? I expect a lot of people seeing this stream in their in their feeds or whatever to be like, who the heck is this guy? And then you click on the stream and you're like, oh. So I am Nathaniel Rumpeljans. That's my real legal full name. I've been using it for many, many years on the internet, so it's not like it's something I'm hiding from anyone. You could type it in Google and find out a whole bunch of stuff about my past and other things I've worked on. But I am... this channel used to be called Nintendo Prime. Still going to be lots of Nintendo content, lots of Nintendo live streams. We'll be streaming every direct we can and all that stuff. But... reality is that I want to cover more than Nintendo as we head into next gen, and I felt like it was time to rebrand. And when thinking of a rebrand, there's a lot of people that say, oh, just call yourself Nate Prime or do all this stuff. I don't like the Prime name. I've never liked the Prime name. The Prime name was literally, I was on Amazon Prime, and I was trying to think of a name, basically. Thorn and Prince will get to you here in a second with the $2. Well, I'll just get to you right now. He did a $2 super chat, and it says, New Year, excited for the new content, Nate. Thanks, man. And thanks so much for the early super chat support. Thank you so much. So I was thinking of, well, how could I brand this channel? Because I was on Amazon Prime, and I was thinking of a name for the YouTube channel, or the name for the website at the time. And I'm like, well, I'm on Amazon Prime, Nintendo Prime. It literally has nothing to do with Metroid. Everyone thought it had to do with Metroid Prime, like I'm this big Metroid Prime guy. I am not. The thing is, I founded MetroidWiki.org. If you go to MetroidWiki.org, that was mine. I sold it a long time ago, but I founded that wiki, and was one of the number one contributors on that wiki for a long time. But ironically, Metroid's not really even one of my favorite franchises. So a lot of people just assumed it was a Metroid Prime reference, and it wasn't. It was an Amazon Prime reference. So needless to say, I wanted to get away from the Prime name because I know where the Prime name came from, and having it come from a multi-billion-dollar company is not something that I was comfortable with, even though I was comfortable with it at the time. And then you think, well, Nintendo is also a multi-billion-dollar company, so my name was literally based on two multi-billion-dollar companies. And I said, why don't I just go with what everyone in real life calls me? People in real life don't walk up to me and say, hey, Nathaniel, how's it going? Or Nathaniel Rumpeljans, how you doing? Like, nobody calls me that. I'm the only Rumpeljans in the whole world. And I can confidently say that because my last name is a hyphenated combination of my mom's maiden name and my dad's maiden name. So I'm literally the only one in existence. And my parents did eventually get married, and their last name is just Jantz. My two boys' last names are just Jantz. I'm the only Rumpeljans. So I don't actually go by Rumpeljans on anything that's not a legal document or when I was doing Nintendo Prime, because I used my real legal name all over my work because I had to claim all the stuff for taxes anyways, and it's easier to claim it for taxes if my actual legal name is on it. It'll still be able to do that with this YouTube channel because my legal name is on the back end. But yeah, it's interesting doing the change and saying, you know what, why don't I just go by what people call me, Nate Jantz, because that's what I'm used to people calling me. That is my name. That's the short form of my name that I've been called my whole life for 33 years. And this channel ultimately is about me and my opinions on video games. That's what it's pretty much always been. I do some news reporting here and there. I think I'm going to be bringing Prime News back. I know I talked about it like a month ago, but I legit have like a plan for it. So like I'm still going to do some news reporting. I'm still going to be doing some opinions, some discussion pieces, all that stuff. But ultimately, this channel is built around my thoughts on video games. And you're either going to like my thoughts or you're not, and that's okay. That's just the way it is. There's a billion channels like mine. So if you don't like my thoughts, maybe you like somebody else's thoughts. And that's all right. I'm not going to pretend to be something that I'm not. So that's what this channel is. That's why it's called Nate Jantz. Because ultimately, it's about my opinions. Does that mean other people won't ever be on my channel? Of course not. The Nintendo Prime Podcast is coming back hopefully tomorrow. Should be tomorrow. The plan is tomorrow. And obviously Eric should be on there for the first time in forever. 5J, etc., etc., etc. So there'll be other people that appear on the channel, but they'll usually be appearing with me and that instead of me. Who knows how that changes over time if the channel blows up and all this, and I actually hire other people to help make content. Who knows then if I get a second host or something. But that is something that's so far from my train of thought. I mean, I kind of look at it like beat 'em ups and stuff like that. Like they're almost at like 1 million subs. And it's wood in every single video because that's just what the channel is. So I really expect that to change here, even if I did hire an editor or something someday. Let's see here. Next question that was listed here. Sam Smith says, "Hey, want to bet on a direct date? January 14th is what I think. I know it's been happening more on Thursdays, I think, than Tuesdays in recent years. But January 14th. I think there's going to be a direct in January because they haven't had one in a little bit, and this is about the time to do one. Plus, they need to hype up Animal Crossing, and they need to give us some teases for what's coming after Animal Crossing into the summer. Because they won't wait till E3 to drop summer teases. So I think we're going to see some summer teases. And who knows? If there's a shot for Breath of the Wild 2 to come this year, it's possible we see another trailer for that as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll be there, hopefully live streaming it when it happens, as long as it doesn't happen at a really inconvenient time, which it always seems to happen at a really inconvenient time. Let's see here. Will Yulia be on stream today? I know I already answered that in the chat, says Corey Bohm. No, Yulia is my fiance. For those who don't know, she won't be appearing on the stream as far as I'm aware. She's sleeping right now. My youngest is sleeping. She is sleeping. My other 2 kids are upstairs playing games on tablets, and they'll be going to bed whenever I'm done with the stream. I told them they could stay up a little later. So, so don't foresee her being on. She'll probably wake up at like 10 p.m. or something, but she's not going to be coming on stream. Don't expect to see her a lot on streams. There'll still be like an occasional rare, random, usually at night live stream where Yulia and I might be down in some drinks, doing shots for dollar super chats or something, and just having fun. Some of you guys might remember some of those streams as your favorite streams we've ever done. Who knows? Maybe we'll even play a game together. Beats me. But those streams are never really going to be planned. Those will always be random and sporadic because that's the way that Yulia lives her life, is pretty random and sporadic. So what I mean to say is I can't plan something because when I plan it, she might not want to do it the day that it's happening. So it's always, kids are in bed. Hey, let's go live stream. All right. I'm not going to say no. And you guys know how crazy she makes streams. A lot of cussing, a lot of sex talk. Always. I don't know if it's just because she's a hot chick, but it always like turns into sex talk. I don't get it. Let's see here. It's like, ooh, Nate and Yulia's relationship and sex advice. That's the new theme of the channel. Let's see here. Scrolling on down. Change your YouTube name. Yep. No more Nintendo Prime. Nope. Oh, you got a Switch Lite, John Early? Nice. Awesome. Next 3D Mario, maybe? That's possible this year. Because we did get Odyssey in 2017. So another one, Odyssey 2 or something this year. We didn't really get any major paid DLC or anything for it. So I think the reason we didn't is because they're making a new one. So we'll see on that. Possible that we get a repeat of Breath of the Wild and 3D Mario this year. Pikmin, that would be nice to see. Sunshine 2, God. I don't think Sunshine 2 is ever going to happen, but I know there's a lot of people that want it to happen, but it just didn't sell very well, so they don't really have a good reason to do it. Because they release Mario games to sell a lot of copies. They don't release Mario games that aren't going to sell. And Sunshine wasn't popular at the time it came out. It's like a cult hit. They're not going to make a sequel to a cult hit because Mario is a brand that explodes. Let's see here. Xenoblade, new Xenoblade could be this year. Yeah. Stephen M wants to know, can I do a Switch Lite teardown video this year showing how to replace both the joysticks? Go Pack Go. I don't have a Switch Lite. I don't know. I wouldn't count on me doing a teardown of it. I don't plan to get one this year. I will have a working Switch soon, like within a week. And then I gotta get some new Joy-Cons and stuff for it, so I can get to my 2019 gaming library and get going on those streams for you guys. And then I have to start saving up for the next gen systems and all that stuff. You know, as soon as they're able to be pre-ordered, I got to be at my local GameStop like literally before they open the next day, so I can get a pre-order in and make sure I have a launch system for those. Because it is a bit of a chore to make sure that you get on the launch list, because otherwise you end up having to wait at a Walmart or somewhere else for like the 1 or 2 systems that they don't have for pre-orders, and that's not good. That's really hard for me to keep up with. Hey, we're up to 33 people watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see here. Next question. So yeah, don't expect me to do a teardown video. Replacing the joysticks is very similar to a Joy-Con. It's actually a little bit easier in a Lite, to be honest. But obviously you have to take like the whole back plate and face plate. Anyways, I understand why it could be a little scary in comparison to like, oh, if I screw up one little Joy-Con, I can just go buy one. But it's really not that difficult. There's actually teardowns already that show you how to do it online. So I would suggest going and watch those. I'll be doing some repair videos. I am repairing. Oh, geez, where is it? Oh, it's over there. Here, I'll grab it. I am repairing actively this switch right here. I have a game cart reader someone sent me in. So I'm going to be putting a new game cart reader in here and doing a video on that. And there's a guy that was just shown to me that might replace the USB-C port on here for rather cheap. And then my kids could have a switch up and running again. So I don't know. We'll see. And I still have to replace the buttons on top. It's kind of my low priorities to replace the buttons, because you can still press it and use the volume and power on. So it's like my last priority is replacing those. But yeah, this switch technically turns on. The reason that I gave up on repairing this one to be my main switch, touchscreen's dead. The touchscreen's dead. So with the touchscreen being dead, now it starts to get a little expensive to repair this, because now you're looking at card readers $25. I know someone sent it to me, but still, the screen's like 60 or $70. Paying this guy to fix this is $50 plus in shipping. And next thing you know, I'm spending what I could spend to just buy a Switch Lite. So I got to be a little careful at how much I actually want to invest in this. But anyways, 1 second, guys. Hey. Upstairs, I can't give you anything right now. I don't have any buns. And you can't appear on my live streams in the future. Sorry about that. Had to make sure that my son didn't appear on camera. Thanks for that, YouTube. See, when you're doing live streams and you have children, it's really hard to keep them from showing up during the stream. But I can't do that, or YouTube will get mad at me. So sorry for racing off there. As soon as I heard him coming, I'm like, no. Get out of here. Oh, man. All right. Do you think we will get any GameCube ports on the Switch this year? I'd rather have GameCube ports over Wii U ports. No. I think maybe remasters are the best you can hope for, but no. I don't think it's happening. Wii U ports are happening because it's easy and it's cheap. It costs them next to nothing to do. GameCube ports, they're not going to do direct GameCube ports because they're going to HD them, and that requires remastering them. That requires a lot more money. Don't expect that to happen unless you're hoping for Twilight Princess or something, because that's already been put in HD on Wii U. Let's see here. I think we had a $5 super chat. Yeah, the 8th Arc. Hi, Nate. Best wishes for 2020. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for the $5 and for the well wishes in this new year, 2020. Going on down. Just call me Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. It's my new. Oh yeah, isn't that coming this year? There we go. That's one I missed. What are the podcast topics this week? You'll have to wait for the podcast to find out. The podcast is now live on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, I'm not going to tell you what the topics are now. Come on. Have some patience. I know I've been asking podcast supporters to have a lot of patience, but please have some patience. Literally tomorrow. How do I feel the rebrand is going so far? Just fine. It's going about as I expected. I'm losing subscribers because people subscribe to me to be a Nintendo channel. And now that I'm doing more than Nintendo, I fully expected to lose people. And there's also the whole culture shock when you see a video appear in your feed and it says by Nate Jansen. You're like, I didn't subscribe to that. Then you click on it and you unsubscribe. So we're losing subscribers way faster than we're gaining. That's not a surprise. Viewership of the 2 videos I've done since the name change is pretty much where viewership's always been. A little bit over 1,000 on the Xbox Series X video, around 2,000 on the Metroid Prime 4 video. That's pretty much what I've been getting. If I go back on my videos of the past month, 1.1K on Luigi's Mansion 3 DLC, 1.3 on Switch owning the whatever market. Xbox Scarlet ensures Switch gets third-party support, 1.9, blah, blah, blah. So, I'm basically getting, right in line with what I've been getting. In fact, more than some videos. So it's one of those situations where it's going fine. It's going as expected. I'm losing subscribers faster than I gain. It's going to be like that for a month or two. Unless I get a video that goes viral. And then viewership's about the same as it's been. Even live stream viewership, we're at 32 right now. The last live stream we peaked at 15. So even that's a little bit higher than I expected. So yeah, I think it's going fine. How do you think the Ninjala game will be? Do you think the Ninjala game will be delayed this year? Because I really hope not. I hope not as well. It's supposed to come out this year, but it was supposed to come out last year, and we haven't really gotten a major update. So I'm hoping Ninjala comes. Again, I still stand by saying it's like the next Splatoon. It doesn't play like Splatoon, so don't expect that. But it's like the next Splatoon. I can't wait. Sorry about that. I do have a tiny little cold. Let's see here. What's up, Fire Soul? Welcome to the stream. And Ultimate Keymaster as well. And Gazenja Fox. What Nintendo franchises do you think should start getting more spin-offs? I'm kind of indifferent on spin-offs, to be honest. Mario's done a good job with them. Obviously, we had, like a Hyrule Warriors kind of crossover spin-off. Fire Emblem as well. Fire Emblem Warriors plus Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Animal Crossing's had a half dozen spin-offs at this point. Pokemon, it's not even getting to that. I don't really care that much about spin-offs usually. So I don't really care if other franchises get them. I'd rather the focus be on making new games, new mainline games. It's easy for me to say I want more Zelda spin-offs because I really love Zelda games. But to be honest, I'd rather them just make a new Zelda game than worry about a spin-off. I know they hire other companies to do it. Grezzo and all that, but I don't know. I'd rather I don't really have any specific franchise I think should be getting more spin-offs or get spin-offs at all because I'm not the biggest fan of spin-offs. I spend most of my time playing the mainline games. Mario being kind of the exception because Mario has kind of become, you could just stick him in any game and it just works. I don't know how that happened with Mario over the years, but that's just the way it is. Let's see here. I don't think you should invest in Nintendo Online since once you get a working Switch, unless you really want to play NES and SNES, or Smash Ultimate Online, or any Nintendo game online. It's not really about investing. It's that online gameplay is locked behind a paywall. It's also that way on Xbox and PlayStation. So, if you look at the number one reason to get PSN or get Xbox Live or to get Switch Online, it has nothing to do with the free games. It's because you have to if you want to play games online. So you're telling me, I don't think you should invest because unless you really want NES and SNES games. It's that's not why you get the Switch Online. At least it shouldn't be. You should be getting it because you want to play Nintendo games online. So it's not really an investment. It's that you have to if you want to play the games that you want to play online. So, yeah, of course I'll have an active Nintendo Switch Online subscription because I want to play Switch games online. beyond free-to-play ones, like Fortnite and stuff. I want to play actual Nintendo games online, so I have to have an active subscription. Just like I have to have an active Xbox Live subscription later this year. I have to have an active PSN subscription later this year. Thankfully, I could just buy like a year of it at a time and not worry about it for a year. But, and there's cloud saves, too, behind it. So it's kind of one of those things where I don't know what you're talking about. None of that, like, it's not about investment. It's that features I want are behind a paywall, so I'll just pay for it. And you could act like that's a bad thing to do, but literally all 3 consoles do it. Just because the other consoles provide more value, I don't care about the Games of Gold program and stuff like that. I don't care. I know people care. I don't care. I get Xbox Live so I can play games online. Period. Same with Nintendo Switch Online. That's just the way consoles are now. It's all subscription services and fees. Let's see here. Ariel Lazarus. You look thinner in the face. Thank you so much. I need to see the Happy Bomb logo on a blue 5XL T8. Does the diet start now that holiday feasting is over? Organic, vinegar, intermittent fasting, eggs, apples, slow hunger. So I have lost weight, even despite the holidays. I still somehow lost 8 pounds between Thanksgiving and today. So despite holiday eating and people throwing all this amazing food in my face on the daily, I was still doing a very good job watching what I ate. I haven't been doing as many walks this winter as I wanted to. It's just been really cold. And I like the cold, but it gets a little tiring some days. I'm still down weight. And so I'm well on my way to my target. I wanted to originally be under 200 by the new year, but I knew that was pretty ambitious and might even be an unhealthy target considering I was going to need to drop like 90 pounds in 3 months. And that was never a healthy target anyways. But I'm still down like 55 pounds, or something, or 60. I gotta look at my original. I have it somewhere on my computer actually. My original weight when I started all this, or my weight back when I had the heart attack, I guess is the official time I had to start losing weight from that. So I'm fine. I should hopefully be under 200. I'd say sometime during the spring, and then hopefully down in the 180 range sometime during the summer. Getting my beach bod, even though I still got to lose like 40 pounds after that or 35 pounds after that. But the last 40 pounds to lose is going to be hard. It won't be hard for me to get back down to 180, but below that's going to be hard. It's going to require a lot more than I'm already doing, a lot more than just dieting and intermittent fasting and all that. So, I am thinner in the face. If you go back and look at videos from like 6 months ago, you can tell that I've lost a little tinge of weight. I don't notice it on the daily. I still think I look huge, but I know I can tell I'm fitting in clothes that I haven't fit in before in a long time. I was wearing size 38 jeans. Now I am a size 36. Probably by summer I'll be a size 34. And I haven't been a size 34 since my early 20s. So I know I've been losing weight because I'm fitting in the clothes I used to not fit into. Double XL shirts are now starting to look a little big on me. XL, some of my XL shirts look fine on me. Some of them are still a smidge tight, but they don't look horrible. They really only look bad because I have that hard thing here from my hernia surgery. If I didn't have that, then the XL shirts, even the tighter ones, wouldn't look bad. That's, I think, even gotten a little smaller as well. I don't know. It's hard to tell because I know I've lost weight on the stomach. So I don't know if that hard patch from my hernia has actually gotten smaller or if the rest of my stomach has gotten smaller and that's it. I don't know. What I do know is I am rocking it. Basically, I'm still, despite the holidays, I still lost weight. So not exactly where I want to be. I haven't cut soda yet. As soon as I cut soda, I know that's 20 pounds right there. My thing is, like, if I can keep drinking soda but still lose weight down to 180, it's like it'll be so much easier to drop another 20 pounds. I'll just cut out soda. That's what I keep telling myself. When reality is, I just don't like caffeine and I just don't like coffee and stuff. So I get all my caffeine from soda. And I know you can say you shouldn't have caffeine anyways. And I'll probably get to a point in my life where I don't have caffeine. But I'm not at that point yet. So there's even still things in my diet now that I can improve on. But I'm pretty strict with my diet on the daily. Obviously, a few more cheat days these holidays than usual, but I'm doing fine. I think the biggest thing is, like, if I would have lost even more than 8 pounds, if I had kept up with my daily walks, I probably would have lost another, 15 pounds or something. But as soon as those walks start back up, which I'm kind of waiting. I don't like when the weather's below freezing, and I have a cold now. I don't know. I know it's like excuses. I should just get a gym membership is really what I should do. Then I can just go on a treadmill or something. Riley Rayburn, who the hell are you? And what the hell have you done with Nintendo Prime? Well, I am Nintendo Prime. I am Nathaniel Rufflegans from Nintendo Prime. I literally always was and will be Nintendo Prime. Still sell Nintendo Prime merchandise. Like, if you scroll down on the video, you will see buy Nate Jantz merchandise and a bunch of Nintendo Prime stuff. The Nintendo Prime brand name will always exist in some form as merch. The Nintendo Prime podcast is still going to be called the Nintendo Prime Podcast. So the Nintendo Prime branding is never going to go completely away. It's just not going to be the name of the channel anymore. But yeah, I am Nintendo Prime. But I just don't want to be called that anymore. Let's see here. By the way, someone asked for the Nintendo Prime logo on a 5XLT. I don't know if any of that merchandise on Teespring there, if it comes in 5XL. There's not a lot of merchandise websites that go up to 5X. So if you're looking for 5XL, I really don't know what to do for it. You might have to get it custom made, because I don't all the T-shirt and various merchandise places I've used. I mean, maybe there's some down in the description, because I have others besides. This one doesn't have it. This stream doesn't have a description. But if you look at my videos, there's other merch places I have as well, and maybe they have 5XL, but that's not. I think 3X is like the biggest most of my places have. All right. And no, I'm not going organic or any of that. Sorry. Just not doing it. It's too expensive, and I have a whole family to feed. Like, literally 5 people live here, 3 kids, 2 adults. Just not going organic. I don't really care about being organic either, but let me see. I'm dumb. I just realized they changed the channel name. That's all right, Firesoul. There were rumors of GameCube coming to Switch Virtual Console, but got debunked when the Nintendo Online service got confirmed. There was a lot of rumors and stuff that went debunked. Sorry, I think my fiance just woke up, actually. She read my text. Maybe she's not up. I don't know. Let's see here. Ninjala. Nate, would you prefer... Whew, that little cold. Nate, would you prefer more Nintendo develop single-player or multiplayer games? Multiplayer, i.e. Splatoon, Super Mario Maker 2, Smash Ultimate, or games, example, not Luigi's Mansion 3. Is that single-player? Well, Luigi's Mansion 3 has a really big multiplayer component to it, but yes, I understand most people probably for the single-player. Both. I don't really want them to go more one way or the other. I want both. Why can't we have both? We've been getting both. Why should I ask for anything other than both? Nintendo is a massive company with a billion studios. Both. That's the answer. I don't need to lean one way or the other. I want them all. I want everything. Give it all to me. It would be nice to get, I guess, maybe some more single-player story-focused games, kind of like PlayStation gets, but that's also not Nintendo's forte, so I really shouldn't be asking Nintendo to go out of their comfort zone, because they won't be as good at it. So I think I'd rather them just keep doing what they've always been doing. The only reason Nintendo was allowed to do paid online is because Satoru Iwata died. That's actually a lie. The online service was in the works while he was still president. I can't tell you why I know that, but it was actually one of his ideas. So that's actually a common misconception. Do you think Nintendo will phase out 3DS Family System hardware in 2020? That's on the wait list. Well, yeah, they basically already have. I mean, I know they still make them, but they don't even advertise it really anymore. Like, they're done with 3DS, so yes. By the end of the year, anyways. I just think Nintendo Online could do more to be worth $20 or $35 a year. Yes, they could do more, but they won't. Nintendo's not that good with their online stuff. They won't. They know they can charge what they charge because people will pay that to play games online. That's basically what Nintendo thinks people value. They could charge more. They could charge 60 a year, like the other companies do. Which, by the way, you should never pay 60 because there's a lot of places you can get a full year for 45. But if you're gonna go off the MSRP of 60, you could argue that people would pay 60 to play Nintendo games online. So Nintendo's actually giving you a discount over what the market could bear. But they could do more. I think voice chat, lobbies, being able to actually message people, those are like the big things that seem like very basic features that every electronic in the world has, including my kids' child electronics that are built for 5-year-olds can do that stuff, but I don't know what to tell you. That's not what Nintendo's doing, and it sucks. I hope they do it eventually. Hi, Nick. Congrats on the weight loss and that you're starting to do better. I know I've asked this before, but I have to ask this. Let me see. Where's your question? Metroid Prime Trilogy HD. Is this year Nintendo announces it? Or at least are they going to wait for Prime 4 to have a release year? I don't think they're going to announce Metroid Prime HD Trilogy until the Metroid Prime 4 has been shown. I don't think Metroid Prime 4 is going to need a release window or a release date, but I think they need to actually show Metroid Prime 4 before they can announce Metroid Prime Trilogy. Because they're going to use Trilogy as like, I don't know, a year or 6 months before Prime 4. So they're going to wait until Metroid Prime 4 is actually shown off. Because they announced it back in 2017, but we haven't actually seen it. So the moment we see it, don't be surprised, even if in like the same Nintendo Direct or at E3, that we also get a Metroid Prime Trilogy announcement at the same time. So we need to see Metroid Prime 4 first. I don't think we need a release date. We just need to see it. We need to know it's on on a path to actually release. Do you think there's a chance for a Mario Super Sluggers game? There's always a chance. Nintendo makes a lot of Mario sports games. They have Camelot and other studios like dedicated to it. So like, and I know that's not like even a Nintendo owned studio, but yeah, there's always a chance because those Mario sports games are usually low budget and make decent amounts of money. Let's see here. Agent Nintendo Prime, sir. Your code name, 5XL. Walks and calorie restriction, portion restraint are the 3 methods. Any foods eliminated, no donut rule. Family wide or just Agent Prime? Mostly just me. I'm not forcing. I mean, let me walk that back a bit. I'm not putting restrictions on what my kids eat, but I do make healthier meals. Like I don't make like a separate meal for me and then a different meal for my children. We all have the same meals. So in that sense, my children are eating healthier. Not that they're overweight and I need to worry about it, but it is good to build good eating habits with them. But of course my kids can have donuts. My kids can have candy and treats and stuff that I don't eat. I'm not going to stop them from enjoying that part of life. Like, come on. I enjoyed that stuff when I was a kid. Like, it's all about, honestly, they can keep enjoying it as long as they work out when they're older and all that stuff and don't let themselves go like I did. My fiance does do the walks with me pretty often. She doesn't do a calorie restriction. She doesn't pay attention to her calories. Some days she hardly has anything to eat. Other days she overeats. I know that's really bad to do, but that's just what she does. She's not dedicated to the diet like I am, but she is dedicated to the walks. And I think it's one of those things that once she sees a noticeable difference in my body, because she's around me every day, so it's hard to see it. But once she sees that, hey, Nate's actually got a flat tummy, which will be like next summer, she'll be like, huh, I want to get back to that too. And then she'll like really kick into gear that she wants to do that too. So, but I think she'll get there. If she doesn't, I don't think she needs to do much. I think she just needs to do the walks with me and she'll be fine. She just needs to get more physically active. And I think her body will be exactly where she wants it to be too. Because I think a lot of us aren't happy with our bodies. I don't think there's anything wrong with her body. I think it's banging. But that's me. Doesn't mean that that's what she thinks. And I don't really have any specific food necessarily eliminated. I don't eat donuts, but I don't really do that because I'm thinking about not eating it. I don't ever think to eat a donut. Does that make sense? I mostly just watch what I eat and try to eat healthier. And I do intermittent fasting. So, like, I don't really think about the diet that much because it's more of a lifestyle now. And I still have things I like. You know, I still have pizza once in a while and stuff like that. It's just not that often. It's not like I used to have like a frozen pizza every day. Maybe I have one every 3 weeks now, maybe. And yeah, I'll still eat the whole damn frozen pizza, and I know I shouldn't do it. But it's the only one I'm having for like 3 weeks, so screw you guys. I'm eating the whole thing. Like, whatever. I'm still losing weight, so I could afford to have that cheat day here and there. So, like I said, and the thing is, you can't ever eliminate all the things you like in a diet, or you end up not being able to stick to the diet because, like, as much as I love veggies and fruit and stuff, it doesn't taste as good if it's not thrown on a pizza. It doesn't taste as good if it's not made a certain way. And I can make those choices for my health, but I can't make those choices like forever. I can't just be like, I'm done with soda, I'm done with pizza, I'm done with everything forever. I think that's got to still be involved somehow. You just have to find a way to involve it, but not have it be your normal diet. And that's what I've successfully done. So I still have fast food once in a blue moon, but I haven't had fast food anything month and a half. And I used to have fast food, if not daily, every other day. So, and that's a big change for my kids too, because if I was having fast food, so were they. But not anymore. Do you think Nintendo's having a direct soon, as it's rumored? You know, our contacts, most of us don't. And you know more about the industry than most of us do. I do have some contacts. I haven't really gotten a hold of any of them to ask specifically about a direct. But when it comes to the Nintendo Directs, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. You know, I think it'll come on the 14th, but I don't really have any information for that. All you gotta do is look at when the last time we got a direct, and then how often we usually get directs. We usually get a direct every 3 to 4 months, so we're due for a direct. So we're probably going to be getting one this month, and they have done ones in January several times. So, and if not this month, it'll be February. But definitely sometime in the next six weeks or so, I'd say we're gonna get a direct. They got to start hyping up games for this year, because right now there's not a lot of like Nintendo games known for this year beyond two, like a remaster, a port, and then Animal Crossing. Like, we don't actually know a lot from Nintendo coming this year. We have guesses. We hope Breath of the Wild 2 and other games are coming this year, but we don't actually know anything. So it'll be good to have a direct to kind of be like, hey, what are we getting after Animal Crossing? Because right now, I don't really feel like we're getting much, and we don't want this to be another 2018. So hopefully they have a bunch of stuff to tease. And they're going to need a strong year software-wise. I remember the next-gen platforms from PlayStation and Xbox are launching this year. So Nintendo needs a strong lineup. They don't want to enter the launch of those systems with a weak lineup. They can own this year. So I'm hoping that they bring it hard this year. Just like they did last year, to be honest. Well, the second half of last year. First half was a bit of a drag. But at least we knew the second half was going to be strong. How do you think Nintendo will compete next holiday season against the new Xbox and PlayStation consoles launching? Breath of the Wild 2, launching the Switch Pro. I don't think they're going to launch a Switch Pro at the same time as those systems. I think the Switch Pro launches at summer. I think the market cannot bear 3 brand new systems launched at the exact same time, and the market's never had to bear 3 brand new systems launched at the exact same time. Systems have always had, one's always come a year before the rest. That's just kind of how it goes. And I don't think Switch Pro launching holiday makes a lot of sense next to the other platforms. I think Switch Pro needs to launch summer if they're going to do it at all this year. So can it launch this year? Yes, but won't be in line with the other platforms. But how are they going to it's going to be content. It's going to be, they got to release must-have content. There's going to be a Let's Go Pokemon game or a Pokemon remaster or something, because there's like a Pokemon game. If you look at Pokemon games, there's like a remaster or a brand new gen or you know, Pokemon Sword and Shield 2 or something coming this year, because there's practically a Pokemon game every year. So there's going to be a Pokemon game. That's one way they're going to combat it. And there's going to be at least one other major title. Is it Breath of the Wild 2? Is it Mario? I don't know. But they'll have a major must-have title that, even though the Xbox and PlayStation 5 are here, you can't ignore what's happening on Switch, because there's going to be a title that might be better than anything those systems are launching with. Because Xbox and PlayStation does not have actually a good track record of killer launch games. There's rarely ever a game you have to buy the system for at launch that is a must-own game. I mean, for PlayStation 4 was what, Killzone? It wasn't that good either. So, okay, for Microsoft, I don't even remember what their big launch game was. I guess they also didn't PlayStation also have Knack? But Microsoft had a really good lineup in its first year for exclusives, and then they really slowed down. I remember the first year of Xbox One had a lot of nice exclusive games, and then Xbox slowed down because they didn't have a lot of studios making exclusive games, so eventually we're going to slow down. But yeah, I think content is how you grab attention. You're not going to be able to grab marketing and stuff away by flashing hardware that, even if it's better than the current Switch, can even breathe on the other systems. But content is always king in the gaming industry, and that's they got to have Pokemon and something else. I mean, they don't have to have Pokemon. They could have 2 other big games, but I think Pokemon's going to be pretty much every year on Switch. I think that's just what they do. Like, they very rarely skip a year. Let's see here. Do you think some Series X games would come to Switch, or would they only bring the smaller titles? I think the only games that Microsoft really plans to bring to Switch are the more indie-focused games. I do think, however, that because Nintendo and Microsoft are pretty buddy-buddy, and Minecraft is just blowing up on Switch. It's one of the top platforms for Minecraft right now. And we're talking physical sales. We're not even talking about digital. Minecraft is primarily a digital game, and it's sold like a crap load of physical copies on Switch. I think, like, we're going to get Minecraft the dungeons and whatever on Switch. I think that Microsoft, remember that old commercial when they had the crossplay with Minecraft and stuff with Switch and Xbox, and it had, better together? I think this is the big thing that won't happen this year, but it'll probably happen in 2021. xCloud is going to be coming to Switch. Guaranteed. xCloud game streaming service is going to come to Switch, and it's going to be a Netflix of gaming streaming service. Because Game Pass is already a Netflix of gaming download service. xCloud is going to be their streaming version of Game Pass. So xCloud is going to be the big thing coming to Switch, but that won't be till 2021. I don't have any confirmed information on that. Just some things I'm hearing. But xCloud on Switch, that is what you need to look forward to between Microsoft and Nintendo beyond. If you're looking for just native games, they're only going to be the smaller games that can actually run on Switch pretty easily. But xCloud. Now, I've heard some really good things about xCloud behind the scenes in terms of how it works, how it functions. That it's going to make Google Stadia look pretty stupid, to be honest. I don't know what Google was thinking by dropping a streaming service, which, by the way, is really neat since you can do it in web browsers and everything, but dropping a streaming service where you still have to spend $60 on games that are like years old, I don't get it. I don't understand why they couldn't negotiate what Xbox, like, literally just go buy a cheap Xbox and get Game Pass. Game Pass is cheaper, it's a subscription service, and you get way the hell more content. Microsoft is heading into xCloud and everything, doing services right. Like, if there's going to be a Netflix of gaming, Microsoft's the one that's got the head start on it right now. So, Google had a shot. They could have been the streaming version, and they screwed it up. So, I don't expect Stadia to matter in a couple years. But, I feel bad for anyone that's bought games on Stadia, because I do wonder how long Google's going to keep Stadia around. But then again, I also don't know how many people are using it. It hasn't fully launched yet because they've only did the Pro version. They haven't launched the regular edition yet. It's supposed to launch sometime this year. Who knows? Maybe once it goes public, Stadia will be a bigger deal than I think it will be. But especially because I see it being, it's going to be slapped on a bunch of TV boxes. Let's just be honest. There's TVs that come with Chromecast now, or Chromecast built into them. Just like Roku's built into some TVs with TCL, I think, does a partnership with Roku. There's going to be TVs with Chromecast bundled in that are going to advertise Stadia. So who knows? Stadia could end up still being a big deal because it's just going to be bundled in. But let's see here. I would be over the moon if Nintendo was able to get Sunsoft's Batman 89 game and Konami's something. You'd be over the moon, huh? Let's see here. When do I start on Ring Fit? Go look at the top 10 list in the thing. I know I haven't posted the final listing yet, but it's not the first game I play, so probably not till the end of the month, maybe. Plus I have to get my Switch in, and I got to buy the first game on the list, which I think is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games is the first one. Let's see here. Nintendo competes multiple Nintendo AAA titles. You can buy a new console from them with no games, or a used console with all the games we just did. Jeez. Do you think that due to the fact that the sales of the third-party games selling way more than the first-party games, that PlayStation will be like Microsoft making their first-party games available on PC? No. It's a misnomer that PlayStation exclusives don't sell well. I mean, they're doing Nintendo numbers with some of these games. Go look up the best-selling games on PlayStation 4. You're going to see a ton of PlayStation exclusives in the top 50. Like, people are under this impression that just because Call of Duty and these other games, GTA 5, do these huge numbers, that PlayStation's exclusives aren't doing that well. I mean, they're selling Twilight Princess plus numbers. Like, Twilight Princess, sold like 7-8 million. They're doing that. Well, there's no way in hell they're going to be like, yeah, let's put them on PC. That's what differentiates them from Microsoft, is that they're not a PC company, so they don't put their games on PC typically. They're not going to do that. So, yeah, a lot of third-party games sell well on PlayStation and outsell PlayStation's games, but PlayStation's exclusives still kill it. Like, they are huge moneymakers for Sony. They're not going to stop keeping them exclusive on PlayStation. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it'd be a dumb move financially. You might as well just ask, should Nintendo do it? Because, third-party games aren't outselling Nintendo games on Switch, so why would they do it? Okay, so the problem for Switch is that they need to get third-party games to sell more, because Sony's selling the same, like, on average, the same number of units for their exclusives as Nintendo games sell. So the issue is actually that Nintendo needs to find a way for third-party games to sell better. Not that Sony needs to find a way to expand how many people can play their first-party games, because they're already killing it with the sales. See here. Next year will probably be Diamond and Pearl Remake. 2020 is the third version of the game for Sword and Shield. I have no idea. I think you mean 2021? Or do you mean, I don't know. I don't know how you're doing it. Damn, time to get a PlayStation 5. Let me scroll up and see if I missed any questions around here. Nope, I don't think so. I think I got everything so far. You guys have any more questions? We have 40 plus people watching now. Get your questions in. I'm guessing Yulia went back to sleep. She checked my text and then didn't respond after. So, pretty sure she went back to sleep. That's all right. I do have to go put my older kids to sleep soon. Ole, 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 ole. I really miss potato olays. I have not had a potato olay in a long time. I didn't officially give them up. Just haven't gone to Taco John's in a while. Those are my favorite ones. I made an error. 2020 then? 2021? I thought that's what you meant. You meant Sword and Shield 2 next year. Diamond and Pearl Remake this year. We'll see. Because I think Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee could also be the future as well. And then we get Gen 2 Let's Go games this year as well. Like, I think that's a realistic thing that might be happening. And they might start alternating like that. Switch has so many video games that nobody noticed that PC games like Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter Nights were released on Switch. Dragon's Lair Trilogy was re-released on Switch as well. There's a ton of games on Switch. Part of it is the eShop is very poorly designed for discovery. The eShop is great if you just want to look at what most recently came out or what the best sellers are. Beyond that, it's very bad for discovery. They need to design their backend to be more like Netflix. I've talked about this before. Netflix kind of has it down to a T. Yes, they're going to promote their own content over everyone else's, but it's still really easy to find the really good content that isn't from Netflix themselves. It's really easy. It's right up front and center. The way their UI is designed, how it recommends games to you, or recommends shows and movies in this case, is beautiful. And Nintendo needs to take a page out of Netflix. They need to get somebody on their UI design team for their online, for the eShop. Like, hey, do you use Netflix? Look how they're doing it. Find a way to do that with your backend. Because the biggest issue is that a lot of those games you're talking about are digital only, which means they need to be discovered on the eShop. And it's very hard to discover them if you didn't happen to check the most recent releases, like the day it came out. They need to have a better, like, they could still have the current, like, things they have, but their primary first interface that you see should be like the homepage of Netflix when you're logged in. And it's not. So that is something that they need to do something about. I've said that for years, and it hasn't gotten any better. So I know they've added a few new filters in the search. Whoop-de-doo. Most people aren't discovering games by search because you're searching for specific games. So they're games they already know are there. You want people to discover things organically and have games that are similar to games they already play suggested to them. Especially, and part of it could be a rating system as well, which would help them have a user-generated suggestion system in place. But I don't know. They don't have any of it, so I don't know what to tell you. I wish that they would. Wasn't there going to be a PlayStation 5 event going on later this month? There is a rumored PlayStation 5 event, but no confirmation. So more likely than not, there will be a PlayStation 5 reveal this month, but we have nothing confirmed. Let's go. Pikachu Let's Go Evo is going to be the only one of its kind in an interview. We'll see. They say a lot of things and then do something else. So I don't believe anything basically that is said in interviews for the most part when it comes to future games, especially if like the game they talked about sold over 10 million. It's like, okay, well, if it was easy to do it and they could repeat the formula for another one, why wouldn't they do it and make money? And the Pokemon company is not adverse to making money. They like making easy money as fast as they can, as quickly as they can. So if they can make a Let's Go version of Gen 2 and do it really, really easy without hardly any effort, of course they're going to do it. So, Pokeball Plus might still have some use in a future Let's Go game. You never know. Seriously, I haven't used this thing since I beat Let's Go. Nate, you opened the Octopath Traveler extra thing I gave you. What did you think about it? Realizing they're from the end of each of the 8 stories. So I haven't beat Octopath Traveler. Here's some of them. The things you... Spoilers for Octopath Traveler. I have 4 of them up on the wall. I don't have these ones up yet. And I can't... Isn't there 8 characters? So I feel like I'm missing one somewhere. But these are apparently spoilers from the end of the game. But because I haven't beat the game, it's not spoiling anything for me. Because I don't really understand what I'm looking at. I mean, I do in a way. Like, oh, okay, I get this. But, like, I haven't completed the story, so I'm not really sure what the whole reference is and stuff. So, like, even though I've opened it, because I couldn't remember why I wasn't supposed to, I still am not spoiled. But I think these are really cool. And you custom made these, right? Like, here's Alphen, Cyrus, yep, Ophelia. Ophelia is my favorite storyline so far. Pretty cool, though. And I like that you put Finale at the bottom. Pretty cool, though. I have 4 of them up on the wall. As soon as I find the other one that I'm missing, I'm going to put all 8 of them on the wall. Unless you only did 7 for some reason. But I'm pretty sure that there was 8, and I just dropped one somewhere. I don't know. I had to figure it out. Just like I had to repurpose this original podcast table that's not really used for podcasting anymore. Now that we do live streams. So I need to repurpose that for other videos. I have some other videos I'm going to do. Unboxings and repair videos and stuff that I need a giant table for. So it still has a use. Still has a purpose. Let's see here. Nate, wasn't there going to be a PlayStation? Oh, I already talked about that. It was much easier to find games on the Wii U eShop. Well, Wii U eShop had a user rating system that helped. But I think even that wasn't designed very well. They need to Netflix it. I don't know why everyone doesn't just Netflix it. It's such an obvious thing to do. I don't know why people, like, not even Xbox and Sony really Netflix their online shops. I don't know why. I think all of them have issues with discovery, if I'm being completely honest. It just feels worse on Switch because third parties aren't as big of a story of the sales. Whereas third-party games still sell phenomenal on the other platforms, even if there is a hard time discovering games. I don't like any of the online systems. I don't know why they all just... Maybe Netflix has some patents or something. I have no idea, but it seems stupid to me. Zelda on CDI was bad. I think we can all agree with that, right? It's not as bad as you think it is, but it's still pretty bad. Some people think it's like the worst video games of all time. They're not, but they're also not good. It's good compared to Hotel Mario. Tressa is number 1. That Tressa up on the wall. I think Tressa's up on the wall. Again, I'm missing one of them. And I know there was some other character art. I have a whole box of fan mail and stuff that's underneath my desk over here. Underneath the old podcast desk. I keep all the fan mail, guys. So I don't have a P.O. box right now, though. So there's if people wanted to send me fan mail, there's no way to do it right now. Maybe if the channel explodes this year, we'll see. Maybe I'll reopen a P.O. box. But it's kind of an investment that's not worth it. The Wii U eShop music was lit. It's lit, fam. It's lit. All right. Any more questions, guys? I mean, I know I could stream all night, but I'm trying to make a plan to do something tonight. So I don't necessarily want to stream all night. I was working on a video, and I realized because I was going to get a video out every day, right? And I forgot that on New Year's Day is actually my great-grandma's birthday. I totally forgot about that. So then I realized, oh no, it's New Year's Day and I'm not going to get a video done. So then I started working on a video and I realized I'm rushing this video. It's not going to be the quality I want at the channel. So why rush a video? Why not just live stream quick and have something that's a bit more substantive, and normal instead of a piece of content that I'm not going to be proud of that I rushed just because I was at my great-grandma's birthday all day. All right, my grandma's birthday, my children's great-grandma. So I'm like, don't be stupid, Nate. I want to get videos out every day, but don't be stupid about it. The very first one you do for the year needs to be, high quality. You got to set a standard. You don't want to set this stupid low bar, like a still image with some words said, and leave it like that. You want to. I want to make. I don't want to say the highest of quality content because I'm not aiming to be this super professional over here, but I want to make sure that I do get something going every day. This live stream just happened to be what it is today, and then tomorrow I'll have a new standalone video since I finally don't have anything going on besides taking care of my kids like I always do, because they're off school this week. Let's see here. When I go to Sony storefront, it's gotten even worse discoverability in the Switch. At least to have a day of not needing to know what a game's called to find it on Switch. They're releasing Batman Telltale on Switch eventually. Yes, they are. Yeah, dude, I don't think any Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch all have really bad discoverability. It's just that third-party AAA games don't need discoverability on those platforms to sell well. Indie games do. And it's probably what indie games thrive more on Switch, but I don't know. To be honest, plus I think Switch is just a more appealing system for people who like to play indie games. Remember PSP typing? Oh, jeez. Really, we're going to get into that? Next thing you know, we're going to talk about Nintendo's old typing game back in the day. Teach you how to type, Mario typing or whatever it is. Teach you how to type the Mario way. It's me, Mario. Why don't you tap the letter Z? Okay, Mario, why am I tapping Z? Because I said so, Mamma Mia. Oh my God, Mario, shut up. Anyone remember that? Oh, man. Those were the days. Those are back in the days when Nintendo owned a love hotel. Yes, Nintendo owned a brothel. At one point in Nintendo's history, they owned a brothel. Can you believe that? Nintendo, the family-friendly company, owned a brothel. They're probably the only one of between Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. They're the only company to probably own a brothel. At one point in their history, a long time ago. But better Mario teaches typing than Mario is missing. YouTube is fun to use on Switch. YouTube on Switch is all right. Will you be doing any game streams again? Yes. The top 10. Here, I'll just give you the order of the list right now. I haven't officially posted it yet. But whatever, the order's already clearly set in stone. Let me go to my post here. Let me scroll down. Right here. All right. So yes, first off, I'm going to be streaming 10 Switch exclusives, in order of how they were voted on to start this year before Animal Crossing comes out. The first one I'll be playing is Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, which is at number 10. I won't be playing Yoshi's Crafted World because I already played and beat that game and reviewed it on the channel. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 will be the one I play after Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Then I'll do at least one stream of Ring Fit Adventure, and then Ring Fit Adventure will probably just become part of my daily routine for a little while. And then Link's Awakening I'll be playing after that. And then that's at number 6. At the number 5 spot, I gotta glance here exactly at the votes because Pokemon Sword and Shield and Super Mario Maker 2 are actually tied right now. So one of those two I'll be playing after that. And then I'll be playing I won't be playing. You know what? It doesn't matter because I won't be playing Super Mario Maker 2 because I already played and got my fill of that game. So Pokemon Sword and Shield will be the one I play after that. And then Astral Chain I'll play after that. Then I'll play Fire Emblem Three Houses. And then I will cap my 2019 top 10 exclusive games as voted on by you guys with Luigi's Mansion 3, which is the number 1 game. So Corey says it's invalid if I included Daemon X Machina because I didn't include Daemon X Machina. I don't consider it invalid because Daemon X Machina would have been eliminated like right away. It wouldn't have even made the top 10. I'm just guaranteeing right now Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games would have beat out Daemon X Machina. I'm not trying to be mean. I don't think Daemon X Machina is a bad game. It just nobody played it. It sucks, but nobody played the game. I hate saying it, but sales don't lie. Nobody played the game. People aren't going to vote for a game they didn't play. Sorry. That's the only reason I didn't include it, because nobody played it, so it just has no shot. Hate it. Now, if it was my personal top list, that's different. Then it's in consideration, because then it's about what I played. It's not about what other people played. But this is a voting list based on what people played. So I did it based on basically the games that sold well. It is kind of how I determined the 10 games that were going to be counted. Sorry, Corey. I mean, I hope you really love the game. I don't think it's a bad game at all. At all. Disney Plus should come to Switch. That would be nice. I mean, I think Netflix and everything else. I don't know why. I mean, I know there's those rumors about why Netflix isn't there, but like we have Hulu, which is now owned by Disney. So why don't we have Disney Plus? Like, we should have all the streaming services, like all the streaming crap for shows and stuff on Switch. I don't get why we don't, but we don't. That's just the way the world works. Anybody else? I gotta look up something here. Ugh. All right. If there's no other questions, I think that'll do it. Thank you for tuning in. It was a fun stream. It was nice chit-chatting with you guys for our first piece of content, if you want to call it that, in 2020. Yeah, it's been great. Happy New Year's to everyone. I hope your 2020 goals and everything are achieved. I know a lot of people make these New Year's resolutions. I don't really have a resolution this year, because the goals I am trying to attain right now I had before the New Year's. So no New Year's resolutions other than this year I want to be better than last year. Whatever that means. Everything else, I know internally what it means, but I'm not going to say it out loud because I don't want to make promises. I don't want to my goal is to always end every year better than it started. So 2019 was a bad year. Let's turn it around here in 2020. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am Nate Jantz. Feels weird saying that now. Instead of saying Nathaniel Rumpeljans, but whatever. I am Nathaniel Rumpeljans from the channel Nate Jantz. God, that's so funny. All right, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It was nice chit-chatting. Shout out to the super chats. Let me scroll up and grab those again quick. The 8th Arc with the $5 Australian. Thank you so much. And then we also had a $2 one from Torn Imprints. Thank you for the monetary support there. Always appreciated. No one has to do it, but it is nice to get that little support. Helps me, makes me want to stream more. Just because I got mouths to feed. All right, catch you guys in the next video.